Hi guys, so in this one second, yeah. So in this session we will discuss about brain injury, right? This is also an important point from your exam, for your exams, right? Brain injury. So I will not discuss every point. I will discuss the salient points that are very important for your exam point of view. Like one is your diffuse axonal injury. See, this is your concussion syndrome, right? Concussion is like that. If I give you an example, like say if you watch a test match of cricket, right? A ball hits the helmet of a batsman and then he falls down. After a few minutes he walks off from the ground, and after 2 or 4 hours he is ready to bat again, or he bats again the next day or next session. So he is almost okay, right? This is your concussion, right? In concussion the recovery is good, right? But if we talk about this one, diffuse axonal injury, this one is the one second. Yes. This one is the most severe form. Questions from here has been asked. So actually this is because there is a shearing force between gray and white matter of the brain. The patient goes into coma. If you do, normally NCCT is the investigation choice for head trauma, you know that. But in this case the NCCT comes normal, because what happens, the axons are plugged into ball like things, right? They are clamped in ball like things, and the serial CTs comes normal, right? Only MRI can detect the condition, so the investigation choice becomes MRI. The pathology is this one. There is a shearing force between gray and white matter, for which the axons they're clamped into balls, right? So this is serious issue, and the person can remain in coma for a long period, right? So as I mentioned, this is the most severe form. Pathology here is shearing force between gray and white matter. Coma is the feature, and NCCT here is normal, so we have to go for MRI for diagnosis, right? And there is clubbed axon, as I mentioned. In histopathology we can see clubbed axon, or they say the axons are retrieved into ball of packets, right? So anyway, so next I will go to few reflexes, right, that has been asked previously as well. First of all, I will talk about Cushing reflex. So it includes three things: bradycardia. Remember, it is hypertension, not hypotension, right? Hypertension and altered respiration. Remember, Cushing reflex is different from Cushing ulcers. Cushing ulcers are stress ulcers found in stomach, in burns, or in acid producing area of stomach. But this one is Cushing reflex. The parameters are bradycardia, hypertension, altered respiration. Very important, don't forget. Again, I like to talk about cerebral perfusion pressure. This has to be maintained more than equal to 60 mmHg. The details of this I have discussed in surviving sepsis guidelines in my another video. You can find it there, right? So yes, now yes, so these are the important topics that I wanted to discuss in this video, mainly about the diffuse axonal injury, CPP, and Cushing reflex, right? So in next video I will discuss about SAH, EDH, SDH, and different types of head injury, right? So we'll meet in next